Hello, my name is Thomas Campbell. I'm the owner of Pitmaster Essentials. Welcome to my kitchen. We are getting close to Thanksgiving, so today I thought I would fire up my 22-inch Weber Kettle, and I'm going to smoke up a 3.5 pound boneless butterball turkey breast. I'm going to be using Butcher Barbecue Original Bird Booster Injection, and I'm also going to use my homemade turkey rub. This is actually really good, and that's going to be it. A lot of people, whenever they smoke a turkey, they're a little afraid of doing that because it's going to dry out, but let me tell you what, this Bird Booster, this is truly a game changer whenever it comes to turkey. I remember whenever I first started using Bird Booster, my father-in-law told me that I was Mr. Turkey after we left our Thanksgiving dinner. So keep that in mind as I take you along, and give me a few minutes and I'll bring you back whenever it's time to inject. Okay, welcome back. So the mixing process is very simple with the Butcher Barbecue Original Bird Booster. On the side here it says it comes with an included scoop, which is a 1/4 cup. You mix that with 2 cups of water and it makes 10 pounds of meat. So since I only have 3 pounds of turkey breast here, I'm only going to use an 1/8 of a cup and 1 cup of water. So here's the scoop. Just kind of eyeball it. It's about a half. I have my 1 cup of water. I'm using a whisk, but you can use a fork, spoon, butter knife, whatever you have on hand. And just make sure you mix it up really good. Set that off to the side. Okay. So sometimes the Bird Booster ingredients will settle, so you have to mix it up a little bit. So a quick stir and we're good to go. So when it comes to injecting, you need a good injector. This is an amazing injector. It is a Butcher Barbecue pistol grip injector. I've used this many a times. It comes with 2 different needles. I like the smaller needle over the larger one. It does have a dial here, so you can change it from 5 cc's all the way down to 1 cc, and this is just a great tool to have. So I'm going to take the needle off, and I do this because it makes it a whole lot easier to pull the injection into the injector. Just twists on and off very easily. So now to inject, I'm going to insert. Also, I had this set to 5 cc's, by the way. I'm going to do about a half of an injection. So I'm going to slide it into the breast, squeeze, and then pull it out real easy. Slide it in, squeeze, pull out real easy. So what I'm going to do is a checkerboard pattern. So I'm going to come up here, slide in, and you'll see that injection will slide out, and that's perfectly fine. So nice and easy, just like that. Take your time. Because what you're doing is you're adding flavor and moisture. And this turkey breast is going to be so juicy and so just delicious. Oh, I pulled that one out a little too fast. So take my needle off. Stick it back in the Bird Booster. Needle back on. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to spin my turkey breast around and go at it from a different angle. All right, looks like we got about enough for 1 more. Nope, maybe 2 more. So now I'm going to roll my breast over and go at it from another angle. And basically, I'm just going at multiple angles and just trying to get as much flavor as possible inside this turkey breast. And I don't know if you can see it, but I can definitely see the turkey breast is plumping up. Also, one thing you'll notice is all of the injection that's coming out. That's perfectly normal. I'm gonna spin it around this way. And the nice thing is with these Butcher Barbecue disposable cutting boards, you can see the sides are folded up here. And so all of my injection will stay right here. When I'm done with my injection, I literally fold up my cutting board and throw it in the trash. So I'll have product links to the injector and also the disposable cutting boards in the description below. All right, give me just a minute and I'll bring you back whenever it's time to dust. Okay guys, welcome back. So I decided to drain some of the bird booster off my cutting board before I dusted. So here's my homemade turkey rub. It's got some rosemary in it, it's got some paprika, onion powder, garlic powder. It's really good. I've tweaked it over the years. So now we're just gonna dust this real quick. And then again, pressing the rub into the meat. Get the side here. Smells amazing. I love this rub. And I'll be sure to put that rub in the description below, so be sure to check that out. Okay, so now my turkey is ready to go into the refrigerator, so I'm gonna let it rest while I go out and fire up the Weber Kettle. So I'll bring you back whenever it's time to put this on the grill. Okay folks, welcome back. So we're out at the kettle, and for this cook I think I'm going to set up a snake method and show you guys how to do that. I have B&B competition briquettes that I'm going to be using. So give me just a minute and I will bring you in a little bit closer and I will show you the setup of the snake method. Okay, when doing the snake method, I'm going to use briquettes. And you just dump a few in here. So what I like to do is I just like to start over here and just put 2 on the side, and then I'm going to make the snake go all the way around if I'm doing a long cook, because you're just going to do a low and slow. So I'm going to start over here and then just work my way around. So what you want to do is put 2 right here, and then take another 2 briquettes and then kind of stack them like that, so they're kind of angled up a little bit. So what you're wanting to do is you want to make sure that your lit charcoals will touch the ones that are not lit. And so if you stack them like this and just continue to go around, like that. And so then what I like to do is I like to double stack. So I come in here and I'll put 2 briquettes on top of 2 on the bottom like that. And then so I will just progress all the way around. I'm not sure exactly how much fuel I'll need. I'm only anticipating this cook will be about 2 or 3 hours. If it's a longer cook, like if I'm doing a full turkey, then I'll have my snake go all the way around the bottom of the kettle. So I'm going to fast forward this right now, so I'm going to fast forward this right now so you can see how I do the setup. I'm also going to put wood chunks as I go along through here, and today I'm going to be using apple wood. So I will bring you back whenever I finish making the snake. Okay folks, welcome back. As you can see, I have my snake set up here. I have 2 briquettes on the bottom going all the way around, and then I have 2 along the top, and I tried to angle them as best I could so that way they're touching each other. It does get a little tricky as it comes around to the bend here, so you just want to make sure that you keep an eye on that as the cook progresses. And so I put 2 pieces of apple wood in here. Give me just a few minutes and we'll go over here and we will light the start of the snake. Okay, so what I like to do whenever I start my snake is I flip my charcoal chimney upside down. And I learned this from T. Roy Cooks, so if you haven't seen T. Roy's channel, please check him out. And then I take 2 paraffin cubes and stick them in the bottom. And I'm gonna grab about 4 or 5 briquettes. So there's 4 and 5. And so now I'm going to light the paraffin cubes from the bottom, like that. Like that, and then I'm going to let them go for 15 minutes, and then I will bring you back whenever it's time to put them on the head of the snake. Okay folks, welcome back. So the charcoal is ready. It's been about 15 or 20 minutes. So now I'm going to take an old pair of tongs and I'm just going to set the lit charcoal right on the start of my snake. So what this is going to do is it's going to continue to burn, and it will slowly light these other charcoal behind it, and then that'll create your low and slow environment for smoking this turkey. So now I'll put the grate back on and then put the lid on, and I'll bring you back when it's time to put the turkey on. Okay folks, welcome back. So I wanted to show you my setup here. So I have my lid turned, as you can see, because I want to have my dome temperature over top of the coals, and right now it's about 360 degrees, so I'm going to try and keep that right around 350. My exhaust vent is about 3/4 of the way open, and my bottom vent is about 3/4 of the way in between the first and second notch. I'm trying to remember what that second notch is called. I think it's called sear, but I'll double check that. Anyways, you can see where I'm at. And my grate temp over here is showing, looks like 240.4. Okay folks, so now it's time to get the turkey on the smoker. Turkey looks amazing. It is just dripping with juices. Please get the recipe for my rub, and also grab some Butcher Barbecue Original Bird Booster. So my coals, it might be kind of hard to see, but my coals have started to light, so they're over there. So I'm going to put this opposite of the coals, so it's going to burn around. And then once it burns around, so I may move this depending on how hot it gets. So I'm going to give this about an hour or so, and then I'll bring you back, and then we will check the temps and go from there. The turkey breast has been going for about an hour, so I think I'm going to check it here and see. My probe is showing it's 108.9 degrees, and the grate temp is showing 273, so let's take a look and see how it looks. That looks incredible. Smells even better. All right, take a look here and see. So that's showing about 113. This is getting a little dry over here, so I'm probably going to spritz it, but I'm also going to rotate it. So we're just going to grab it. All right, so I got it spun around. You can also see that the snake is coming around here nicely. All of these have burned through. It's burned through my first piece of wood. You can see my second piece of apple wood is on fire over there. So it's doing a great job. Since the outside's looking a little dry, I'm gonna hit it with some water with the Butcher barbecue sprayer. Not gonna take much, just a little bit. Just wanna keep that outside from drying up. So I'm gonna put the lid back on, and I will bring you back in another half an hour to an hour. Okay folks, welcome back. So I didn't bring you around this time, but the dome temperature over here is about 300 and looks like about 80 degrees. My grate temp is showing 295, but I think the reason it's showing 295 is because I forgot to move it. So as the snake is moving around, it's getting hotter. My internal temp on my turkey is 144.2 degrees, so let's take a look at it. Also, it's been about another hour since I checked this. So it's showing 144.2. Let's see where we're at here. It's showing 148. Looks like it's getting a little dry, so we're going to hit it with some water again with the Butcher barbecue sprayer. I'll have product links in the description below. We'll just hit it real quick here, nice and easy. And I probably should have done this first, but I think I'm going to rotate it again. Like that. Okay, so we're looking for an internal temp of about 160 degrees. So I'll bring you back here in another half an hour to an hour and we'll go from there. Okay folks, let's take a look at it and see how the turkey breast is looking. See the snake over there is doing a great job. It's about halfway around. So let's double check the internal. I have my alarm set on my Butcher Barbecue temp probe here for 160, so 161.4. Okay, so I'm going to call that done. I'm going to pull it off to rest and then I will bring you back when we go inside. Okay, so I just wanted to bring you in close here. This is the remnants of the snake. The snake method is an excellent way to smoke with a Weber Kettle. I have smoked many meals with a snake method like this. It's very efficient and it lasts for a long time, and for the most part it holds the great temp exactly where you want it to be. So you can see I'm about halfway around here, and I have probably another, I don't know, 2 or 2.5 hours. This cook here was about 2.5 hours long, and you can see it went through about half, maybe 2/3. So if you have a Weber Kettle, be sure to use the snake method because it works and it's great. All right, and welcome back to the kitchen. So the turkey breast has been resting for probably 15 or 20 minutes now. So let's take a look at it and see how we did. All right, I can see the juice is dripping out of it. All right, folks, I can see there is quite a bit of juice coming off the top of this. Now remember, this is in a butcher twine mesh. Found out the hard way in another cook not to take that off. So I'm going to kind of got a nice little smoke ring on it. A little juice coming out of it. All right. That looks amazing. I can see juice coming off the side here. All right, Butcher Barbecue Bird Booster. It's a game changer. See the juice in there. It smells amazing. So let's take a bite, see how we did. Juicy, flavorful. It's only a 3-pound turkey breast, so if you're doing a small meal for Thanksgiving, this is the way to go. So be sure to grab some Butcher Barbecue Original Bird Booster. I thank you for watching the video this far, and if you would, please like, share, and subscribe. And remember, Pitmaster Essentials is where flavor meets smoke, and I'll see you in the next one.